Right, first thing we do is select the right piece of wood. This one looks okay. Piece of redwood, there's no splits in it. Doesn't matter about the discoloration because it's all going to be sanded down anyway. Go over to the shapes tool over here, and as soon as you left click anywhere on the white page there, you can see that if you scroll your mouse around, you form a square or rectangle shape. In order to have the exact size that you need for this rectangle, what you have to do is come up here to the left, and where it says abs, if you just click on abs, it says rel. Next to rel in the white box there, you're going to type in the length of your piece of wood. Mine is 147, then type in the width, and mine is 90. And then press enter, and you see that you have now got a rectangle that should be the same size as your piece of wood. Once you've got this rectangle, it's always a good idea to zoom in as much as you can so that you've got a good clear picture of the shape that you're forming. So here we go. The next thing we're going to do is go to contour and highlight. If you just press your left mouse again, some more tool options appear. Scroll across to draw a contour parallel to a line. Click on that. Make sure it says 15. I think the default is 5, so change that to 15. Maximum of contours stays the same, stays at 1. Leave toolpath highlighted there. Press OK, and just go around the inside border of the rectangle like this, and you end up with like it looks kind of like a framework which runs contours the inside of the rectangle that you've just made. So once you've done that, you will go into again use the contour line like this, from the top, from the bottom, and then one in the center if there is room. Then go over to this vertical line, contour, contour. You'll notice that the finger of this cursor here, the pointing tool, has got to be on the left hand side of the line that you want contouring, or if you want it on the other side, it'll be on the right hand side of this one. If you watch where the finger is of the cursor, watch. So that's jumped to the right hand side. I'll just undo that because I didn't need it in the first place. Click on contour. 15mm is what you're looking for. So I'll just do another one. I think that will do now. So here's what we're going to do. If you hold your mouse down on delete any, scroll over to delete part of an object between the nearest two intersections, and then just go round just to make things a bit easier for you to see and understand indeed what and where to do your next steps. I think also I'm going to just take these ones away here, go back to delete any, and that will take the complete line away like that. So I've got a nice big gap here so that I can write my name across it really. If we go over here now to the toolbox on the left hand side and click on circles, if you double click circles, you get the box up here to change the settings of the circle. The diameter of the pencil is roughly 8mm, so the radius that we're going to do is 4. Then I'm going to press the button tab on the computer, press 0, leave anti-clockwise, press OK. Now you've got a circle here where you've got two options. You can either very carefully use the cross in the centre of the circle, make sure the cross goes like to almost a white colour, so as if it disappears over the black lines where you want it going. You can do it like that, or you can double click on the attach tool and make sure that intersection is selected. Deselect construction point. Just make sure intersection is selected. Press OK. Then when you move this circle around now, it will jump, as long as the square that you've got, you can see the square that's around my cursor now, as long as the intersection is inside that square, he says, the circle should attach to the intersection, like that. So you do this, copy, copy and move until you've got enough, well, until you've covered all of the intersections really. That's the reason why we did all the initial construction lines, or the grid reference, was so that we knew exactly where to put all of the circles, so that when we send this file over to the laser cutter, it can laser cut these circles out, and this will then become the template for your for attaching to the top of your piece of redwood or oak or whatever piece of wood that you can find lying around. What we're going to do here is go to delete any, make sure it's not on delete part of an object. If it's on delete part of an object, you're just going to delete all these little bits and it takes ages and you end up clicking the wrong line. Go on to delete any, and that will delete the complete line. Now, last thing, well, a couple more things to do, I suppose. We can round off the corners. So come to this tool here that says arcs, left mouse, scroll all the way to the end where it says draw a filleted arc between two lines. The default there is 10. I'm going to change that to 8. And then you click two adjacent sides, like so. You can also do it in here if you wish. It's probably a bit much, 8. I'll change that to 4. Let's see, that looks a bit better. So change the radius of these corners to 4, and then I'm going to do my text. So I'm going to take the deselect attach and then do text. So go to settings once you've selected ABC, click somewhere, anywhere on the screen after selecting ABC, then click settings, change this from outline font to text off font, and then just select one of these top handwriting styles here. In order to rotate your text, you can either just grab this circle here and guess and try and get it right. Hope it's right. That probably is about right. Or the proper way to do it is to select this circle here, then come over to the tool that says radial lock, and that looks like a right angle symbol with a 45-degree line running up through the corner square. If you select that, then it locks every 45 degrees, but you must deselect before you want to do anything else. So I can move my text to there now, and that's probably ready. I might reduce the size of the text a little bit, but that's up to you to have a play around with all this. Sizes and proportions and stuff, but just make sure that the key measurements are the outside size for the piece of wood that you've selected, and make sure that these circles are 8mm. I will now highlight the whole thing, go to colour and select blue from custom colours. Everything's blue now. I will now select just my text, go to colours and click on the red on custom colours. OK. Now highlight the whole thing again, bring your cursor out of the shape, right click, group. This is now finished. So your shape is finished, it's ready for laser cutting. In order to transfer it to the laser cutter, what we are going to have to do is go to File, Export, scroll down till you find your memory drive, and then DXF, Desk Tidy, Template, DXF, and then just save it onto your pen drive before transferring that over to the laser cutter computer. As So place the piece of wood, this time it's MDF, in the top left corner of the laser. Make sure the height of the laser beam is set correctly. I've got the file on the screen, I'm not sure if you'll be able to see the file. But that's the template file anyway. So first thing we'll do, we've sent the file over to the laser. Press escape to clear anything that's already in the memory, and then press frame. That way you can see if it's going to fit on your piece of material. Press the extraction on, close the lid, and then press start. So here's the template finished from the upcycled material left over from Year 11's GCSE coursework stuff. So we've got the upcycled MDF, we've got the upcycled pallet wood, and we're going to be merging them all together to make a desk tidy. So after we push through all the little holes, these are coming out really easy. Some of them are a bit tricky, you have to push them through with a key or a drill bit or something like that. Just put the drill bit into the vise and just push this down onto the drill bit. What we're going to do now, we're going to get the piece of redwood, we'll put some PVA glue on the back of this template and stick it down onto the piece of redwood to laminate them, the two pieces together. We'll then put them into the vise, leave them there for a few hours, maybe until tomorrow perhaps, give them a good chance to dry. I'll just get the piece of redwood now.